All right, guys. So if you're a newbie forex trader, this should be the first video that you should watch, understanding the forex market. We're going to be dissecting the forex market, trading sections, and give you a clear foundation to your understanding of forex. So for context, forex is an abbreviation. The word forex is an abbreviation. You have two words, for, and then we have X. So for means foreign, foreign, and then X is exchange. So for means foreign, and then X means exchange. And these two words make up what we call Forex, foreign exchange. So foreign exchange simply means an exchange of two foreign currencies. An exchange of two foreign currencies, one against the other. So for example, you can see pairs like GBP, and then you see another pair, USD. Right? So you are trading the GBP as against the USD, and it gives you a pair called the GBP USD. So Forex means an exchange of two foreign currencies. This is the Great British Pounds, and then this is the United States dollars. So exchanging these two foreign currencies, one against the other, is what we call Forex. All right. The act of now exchanging these two currencies, one against the other, with the aim of making profit is what we now call forex trading. So forex trading is the act of exchanging these two currencies, these two different currencies, one against the other, with the aim of making profits. All right. So now let's go to the forex markets. The forex markets. What do we do in the forex markets? The forex markets. So the forex market is the global financial market where currencies are bought and sold. Remember when I was explaining the forex trading, I said forex trading is the act of exchanging of two different currencies, one against the other, in the global financial market with the aim of making profits. Exchange means what? Buying and selling. All right, buying and selling. We profit from the forex market by either what? Buying and selling. Of course, with a defined strategy. You're not just clicking buys and sells at random. So the forex marketplace or the forex market is the global financial market where currencies are bought and sold one against the other. So examples of currencies that are traded in the market includes our normal currencies. We have like the USD, which is the United States dollars. You have the euro, you have GBP, and many others, right? These are examples of currencies that are traded in the forex market. So it is the largest financial market in the world with trillions of dollars traded every day. Any currency that you can think about in this world is being traded in the forex market. Okay. But now in the forex market, currencies are traded in pairs and not a single currency. Every transaction that you see in the forex market involve a simultaneous buying of one currency and the selling of another currency. So if you are buying, let's say GBP, you are selling USD. So this means you cannot buy or sell a single currency on its own. Instead, you exchange one currency as against the other. So you cannot just come and start selling only GBP in the forex market. So it has to be pairs of currencies like GBP USD now. All right, GBP USD. So if you are selling this pair, GBP USD, it means you are selling simultaneously now. It means you are selling the GBP as against the USD. So every transactions in the forex market involves a simultaneous buying or selling of one currency, and then selling and buying of the other. So if you are buying one currency, it means you are selling the other, and then if you are selling one currency, it means you are buying the other. So take for example, like let's use another pair like the Euro USD. So buying the Euro USD means you are buying Euro and then you are selling USD. So if you are selling this pair, it means you are what? Selling the Euro and then buying the USD. So like I said, every transaction involves the simultaneous buying of one currency and then selling of the other currency. So if you have a pair of currency, take for example the Euro USD, it means you are what? If you have a pair of currency, the Euro USD, and you want to buy this pair, it means you are buying the Euro and then you are selling USD. All right. So for these reasons, currencies in the forex market are always quoted and traded as currency pairs. So any pair that you are seeing, any instrument, financial instrument that you are seeing in the forex market are always quoted and traded as currency pairs. So you can see pairs like let's say Euro USD. Yes, you can see pairs like this. This is the Euro USD. Can see pairs like AED USD, AED USD, and so on and so forth. Every currency that you are seeing or currencies in the forex market are always quoted and traded as currency pairs, one against the other. Now, the first currency is what we call the base currency. So for this example, the euro, which is the first currency, is what we call the base currency. And then the second currency now, which is the USD, is what we call the quote currency, which is also called the counter currency. Counter currency. Take note of this. First currency is the base currency, while the second currency is also known as what? The quote currency, or also known as the counter currency. So for this example, the euro is the base currency and then the USD is the quote currencies. Now, the forex market operates 247, 24, sorry, it operates 24 hours a day, but 5 days in a week. So it's not 247, it's 245. 245, we can call it like this. 245, which means it operates 24 hours a day, but 5 days in a week from Monday to Friday. And this allows traders to buy and sell currencies during different period of the day. But the forex market is divided into several major trading sections, with one session opening as another closes or overlap, allowing trading sections to continue throughout the day. So the forex market opens 24 hours in a day, but opens 5 days in a week. But the forex market operates in what we call trading sections, and this allows currencies to be bought or sold in different time of the day. All right, with one session opening and another closing, or sometimes they are overlapped in sections, to allow trading activities to continue throughout the day. Now, these sections are commonly divided into four major trading sections. Trading sections. Like I said, they are divided into four major trading sections. We have the first one, which opens immediately after the weekend, the Sydney session. And then we have the second one, the Tokyo section, which is also known as the Asia session. And then we have the third one, the London session. And then the last session is the New York session. So we have the Sydney session, which opens first after the weekend. And then we have the Tokyo session, which is also known as the Asia session. We have the London session, and then we have the New York session. So the Sydney session is the first major trading session to open after the weekend. It marks the beginning of, the new trading week after the weekend, and then operates from 9 p.m. I'm using GMT UTC, 9 p.m. to 6 p.m. GMT UTC. So you can convert it to your local time. The Africans use, West African time and all that. So the Sydney session is the first major trading session to open each trading week. It marks the beginning of the new Forex trading week after the weekends, and then operates from 9 p.m. to 6 a.m., not 6 p.m., 6 a.m. 6 a.m. Yes. GMT UTC. Now, in this section, trading activities is generally moderate during these sections, which means price action is a bit of slow. They are not so fast, they are not so slow, they are moderate. And most active pairs during these sections include pairs like the NZD USD, pairs like the AUD USD, pairs like the AUD JPY, pairs like the NZD JPY. Yes, NZD JPY. So most JPY pairs are active during this section. And like I said, it marks the beginning of the trading week after the weekend. So after the weekend, on Monday, it is the Sydney sessions that opens first. Like I said, Forex market is open 24 hours a day, but 5 days a week, which means every Friday, the Forex market tends to close. And then on Monday, at the open of the Forex trading week, it starts with the Sydney section, which is from 9 p.m. to 6 a.m. GMT UTC. All right. So the Tokyo section, which is the second session after the Sydney session, also known as the Asia session, is the second major trading section. It represents the major Asian trading time. So most of the Asians are active during this section. And this section operates from 12 a.m. Like I said, I'm using GMT UTC, 12 a.m. to 9 a.m. GMT UTC. Right? 12 a.m. Right. So all right, so the Tokyo section operates from 12 a.m. to 9 a.m. Like I said, this is GMT UTC. And the Tokyo session overlaps the Sydney session for 6 hours. For 6 hours. Remember, I said that the trading sections open and close at various intervals, and then most of the session overlap each other to allow trading activities to continue throughout the day. So the Tokyo section overlaps the Sydney section for 6 hours, allowing continuous market activity. Okay. Trading activity generally in the Tokyo session is moderate, just like the Sydney session. And the pairs that are active during the Tokyo session includes pairs like the USD JPY, pairs like the Euro JPY, and then the GBP JPY. Most of the JPY pairs are active during the session. And then for the Sydney session, most of, this, sorry, I said JPY when I was explaining Sydney session, but that's not so accurate. The pairs that are active during the Sydney session are usually these New Zealand dollars, Australian dollars, and all that. So the pairs that are active during Sydney session are AUD, NZD, yes, AUD and NZD. And then for the Tokyo session, which is Asian session, we have the Japanese yen. All right. So correct that. So we have AUD what? JPY. So most JPY pairs are active during the Tokyo section. All right. And like I said, trading activities is generally moderate during this section. And then the Tokyo section overlaps the Sydney section for 6 hours. Okay. The next section is the London section. Take note of these sections. The London session is the third major trading sections and is one of the most active forex trading sections. Remember I said for the Tokyo session and the Sydney session, price activity is usually, moderate. Trading activities is moderate. But the London section is one of the most active forex trading sections. It operates from 8 a.m. 8 a.m. Like I said, I'm using GMT UTC 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. 5 p.m. And it overlaps the Tokyo session for 1 hour. It overlaps the Tokyo session for 1 hour. Now, the London session is the most active section, due to high participation of banks, financial institutions, and traders across Europe, resulting in increased market volatility. All right. The London session is one of the most active section in the forex trading sections. And pairs that are active in this period includes the Euro, USD, GBP USD, the Euro GBP, yes, Euro GBP, and then GBP JPY. So most of the GBP pairs and the Euro pairs are usually active during this section, and it is one of the most active forex trading sections. All right. The next session is the New York session, and the New York session is the fourth major trading sections, and it operates from 1 p.m. 1 p.m. to 10 a.m. Sorry, 10 p.m., not 10 a.m. 10 p.m. All right. It operates from 1 p.m. to 10 p.m. Like I said, GMT, UTC. And it overlaps with the London session for good 4 hours. Now, this overlap is the busiest period in the forex market. The busiest period. It has the highest volatility. All right. This overlap has the busiest period in the forex market, often producing, high trading volumes, strong price movements, large spikes, and then increased volatilities. Okay. And the most active pairs in this section include pairs like you have pairs like Euro, USD. Let me write this here. Euro USD. You have pairs like GBP, USD, You have pairs like USD CAD, and then you have pairs like USD JPY. Okay. So the essence of this trading section is to, know when the market is most likely to be active, and then know when to, trade more and then trade less. So like I said, for the Sydney session and the Tokyo session, price action is usually moderate. And then the London section, price action is a bit stronger, and it is the most active forex trading section. And then the New York session is also one of the most active forex trading sections. And then the overlap between the New York session and then the London session is the busiest period in the forex market, often producing high trading volume, strong price movements, and then increased volatilities. Okay, so let me do a recap. I started by defining forex, and I said the word forex is foreign exchange, which means it's an abbreviation, which means foreign, and then X, which means what? Exchange. And I defined forex as simply an exchange of two currencies, one against the other. So if you're trading pairs like, if you're trading GBP as against USD, you have pairs like GBP USD. If you are trading Euro as against USD, you have pairs like Euro USD. And I went further by defining forex trading as the act of exchanging two different currencies, one against the other in the global financial market. And I said, of course, with the aim of, making profit. Okay. And I said the forex marketplace is the global financial market where currencies are bought and sold one against the other. An example of currencies include the USD, Euro, the British pound, the Japanese yen, the Nigerian naira, and many others. And I said that the forex market is the largest financial market in the world with trillions of dollars traded every day. So your goal as a forex trader is to, try to profit from this amount of money that is traded every day. Okay, and I went further by saying the forex market currencies are traded in pairs. Every transaction involves the simultaneous buying of one currency and selling of another, and then vice versa. So this means you cannot buy or sell a single currency on its own. Instead, you exchange one currency as against the other. So take for example Euro USD. If you are buying this pair, it means you are buying the euro while selling the dollar. If you are selling this pair, the Euro USD, it means you are selling the euro while buying the USD. All right. And I said for this reason, currencies in the forex market are, always quoted and traded as currency pairs, one against the other. And I said that the first currency is the base currency. The second currency is the quote currency or the counter currency. And I gave an example with the Euro USD. And I said for this case, the Euro USD currency pair, the Euro is the base currency, and then the USD is the quote currency. And a word further to talk about the forex trading section. And I said that the forex market opens 24 hours a day and then 5 days in a week, which is Monday to Friday, to allow traders to buy and sell currency during different periods of the day. And I said that the forex trading is, subdivided into four major trading sections. First is the CD session, which opens immediately after the weekend, and then the Tokyo session. I said the Sydney session opens from 9 p.m. to 6 a.m. GMT UTC. And I said the Tokyo session, which is the second session that open after the Sydney session. And it opens from 12 a.m. to 9 a.m. And I said that the Tokyo session overlaps the Sydney session for 6 hours, to allow continuous market activity. And I said for the Sydney and the Tokyo session, trading activities is usually moderate. Okay, and I gave examples of pairs that are active during the Sydney sessions. We have the NZD USD, AUD USD, AUD JPY, and then SZD JPY. So for this Sydney session, right, these are the pairs that are active during the Sydney session. For this Sydney session, pairs like the NZD, the AUD are mostly active during the Sydney session. And then for the Tokyo session, trading activities are usually with the Asians, right? And then pairs that are active are the JPYs. JPYs, the Japanese yen and all that. Yes, mostly the Japanese yen because they are more of, they are the Asians currency. And in the Asia session, the Asians are most active. And then we went further by talking about the London session. The London session is the third major trading session and one of the most active forex trading section. And it opens from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. GMT UTC, and then it overlaps with the Tokyo session for 1 hour. And I said the London session is one of the most active section due to high participation from banks, financial institutions all around Europe. And the pairs that are active in the London session includes the Euro USD, GBP USD, Euro GBP, and then GBP JPY. So the pairs that are active in these sessions are the Euro and then the British pounds. And then for the New York session is the fourth major trading session, and it operates from 1 p.m. to 10 p.m. GMT UTC, and it overlaps with the London session for 4 hours. And then this overlap is the busiest period in the forex markets, often producing high trading volume, strong price movement, and then increased volatility. And the pairs that are active in these sessions are the Euro USD, GBP USD, USD card, and then USD JPY. Most of the USD pairs and then the card pairs. Okay, now the times that are shown here are based on GMT UTC. So you have to convert it to your region for you to understand it very well. So the Africans use what? West African time. So you can, convert it to get the time for your region. Okay. And now for people that are in London and UK, sections might shift by 1 hour due to, daylight saving time. So you have to check with, the platform that you're using to analyze to know the pair, to know the time and then adjust with it. Okay. Due to daylight saving time, the opening and closing time of some sections, particularly the London and the New York section, may shift by 1 hour during certain periods of the year. Now, there are other financial markets as well. Example, the commodity, the crypto market, the stock market, and the synthetic indices, but they are not forex pairs. All right. So study these pairs, understand the forex market, and then build a solid foundation to your approach to forex trading. And I'm wishing you a profitable forex trading journey ahead. Watch, rewatch till you understand it very, very well. See you guys in another video. Thank you so much for watching.